I think it was in 1983 that I realized I was in a very bad shape, in a very severe depression, and I didn't even know how to coin it as a depression, because in my job, my sphere of job, I need to travel, be very effective in my work, do a lot of training, teaching, and product training, and I find that somehow I find that I was plagued with a lot of fear, and I feel that I'm losing grip of my life. I worry about many things which I thought I was in control. I fear about losing my job. I fear about my children will just fall down from the staircase and die. I fear that when I get up into a plane, there will be a plane crash. So all this, which I'm called for, but I couldn't control it, and I was getting more and more fearful daily, which I never tell anybody about it. So, and I realized also that I not be able to go to a complex, or I'm not be able to go to places where with a lot of people around. I want to go back to my home and to be alone with myself. I had to see the psychiatrist frequently, and the rates was not cheap, because I remember back in those days, it was every time they see me, they only did some counseling, but they prescribed high dosage of tranquilizers. The more I take it, the more I became like a robot. My wife watches me and she says that I was just like a robot rather than a human being. And I was getting worse, because in order to control my thoughts and my emotions, I had to take more and more higher dosage of tranquilizers. And finally, I told the psychiatrist that I'm not able to control myself a bit more, because I tend to have suicide tendency, because frequently I got a thought in my mind. In order for me to get out of this issue, the best solution is to commit suicide, and I could free myself from it. And I believe this is the work of the darkness, and what today, as we are Christian, is the work of Satan. After going through the mediums, the Indian god, being a Buddhist, chanting the mantra and meditation, I find that I need help, and I can't get out of that depression. So I know that there's one more area that I can perhaps get help, is to look to what Vivian has spoken to me earlier about coming to Jesus. So, and I remember that night in 1983 when I was in the most desperate time of my life. I was feeling I couldn't control myself anymore. I don't know what to do. It's very difficult for me to express, but I know that I'm losing control of myself. I was not in sound mind, and I don't know what to do. So I told Vivian, why don't you call this lady who known to be praying for people in hospital to come to see me. And she made a call, and she came at around 2:30 a.m. and talked to me. And she asked me that whether I would like to accept Jesus Christ, and Jesus could get me out of this problem, could heal me. So I was telling myself, I've tried all of them and they can't get me out of this problem. It's no harm that I try this Jesus. And after that, if I get healed, it's up to me. It's up to my own prerogative whether I want to carry on to become a Christian, or I can just drop Jesus off and just go back to my Taoist God. So I think I was quite smart, intelligent to do that. So when she asked me to accept Jesus, I say, yeah, well, I have already come to the end of my life. There's absolutely nothing I lose, so I will give my life to Jesus. Today, after many years of this experience, I do have, praise God, they have many opportunity to pray for people who are in depression, people with psychiatrist problems. I also go to the hospital psychiatrist ward. I do together with the New Life pastors, many of them, we do deliverance on people. And through all this, the Lord begins to mold us and train us up. And deliverance is not a formula. God has His own special way to deliver people, but we always have to look to Him, because He will give us the solution and the answer how to get the person delivered. But if a person who are facing these issues of depression or psychiatrist problem or plagued with fears, we have to start off with to talk to them first and make them realize that they can get out of this issue, but there is only Jesus who can help them, and most important, they must be willing.